Have you woken up in the morning and felt incredibly lethargic? Have you felt that you're not really quite sure what you're going to do, or you just really don't feel particularly motivated to kind of do anything that's kind of challenging and you kind of feel a little bit lost? Well, I'm glad you kind of tuned in because I'm going to share with you today something that you can do every single day. And the beauty about this thing is it's free. You don't really have to invest any money in this. You just have to simply invest some time and dedicate effort to this, and you'll be able to be rewarded in such a way that you didn't think possible. And you set yourself up to really benefit and kind of leverage, you know, how to go about the day with a sense of purpose, drive, and energy that you know you have deep inside you, or you didn't think you had deep inside you, but you now have realized. And see, the thing is, I didn't realize that this actually was something because I would do it, have done it for so long since I was young. The idea of seeking out these little small victories, your daily wins. What do I mean by this? Well, see, the thing is, as a kid, I would make my bed every single day, from as long as I can remember, maybe from the ages of 8, 9 onwards. My mum taught me how to make my bed, and I did just that. I'd get up in the morning, I'd make my bed, and then I'd felt that I had done something. The bed is nice, and then when I'm ready to sleep, I'll get to go into a nicely made bed. Now, even though people often at that time, of my life when I was younger, would often say, "Well, that's stupid. Your bed's just gonna be, you're gonna like make your bed messy again at night." Yeah, true, but it's just about setting yourself up in such a way that you can be proud of something, and that's kind of what that was seeking to achieve, knowing that no matter what happens, you still get to go into a nice bed, and kind of taking that a step further, right, would be the idea of having fresh bed sheets. So kind of taking that a step further once a week, which I now do religiously, much like making the bed. Now the thing is, if I see a bed that's not made, or I know that a bed's not made, it makes me actually feel nervous and anxious knowing that that bed really should be made, and it's just kind of like really gets to me. So, I have to make a point that the bed must be made, right? So going back to the sheets, right? If you strip your sheets, have new sheets that you've washed previously, put them on your bed. Now, this does take more effort, which I did start to kind of realize as a kid. But as an adult, you're more grateful for it, especially when you live by yourself, because the thing is, when you get into bed that night, no matter how hard the day is, and the day might be really hard, you might not know how full on the day is going to be, or how terrible it might unravel, or things might not go to plan. The fact that you can go into bed with these really fresh and crisp sheets is somewhat of a game changer, in terms of that you've had that win and you're really benefiting from that, and you just feel really grateful for giving yourself that time and having that win, right? And then, like, bonus tip, if you want to leverage this even further, iron your pillowcases, your pillow sheets. And like when you put your head against that pillow and it's got no wrinkles in it, it's nice and flat and crisp, you spray, a pillow spray of lavender is just going to be like worlds apart, worlds of comfort and difference, where you just going to feel like when you go to a hotel and you sleep at night and you just feel like you have an amazing sleep. It's kind of like that level of like looking after yourself. So daily wins. Now, of course, you can't strip and make your bed every day, but the point is, it compounded like once a week is amazing, right? And then also making the bed itself is your first kind of daily actionable win. Super easy, anyone can do it. It's free, and most people sleep in a bed, right? I mean, while we might not all be privileged, if you're privileged enough to watch this, you're probably sleeping in a bed or something that you can make, which is a bed, right? So that's important. Another set of daily wins can be something as simple as reading a book. Reading 10 pages of a book to kind of get your mind away from being on the phone and start thinking and having that freedom to learn something and kind of take that into your day, right? Read 10 pages or read a bit of the book. Boom, another win, right? And then you can kind of take that a little bit further and I kind of noticed this as me, as a guy, being quite competitive and wanting that sense of edge from the daily win, is you can get an app called chess.com, and I like chess. I'm not very good at it, but there's a daily puzzle on there, and you kind of have to solve it. And I find that when I solve it without any hints, or when I really look at it, figure it out first go without making a mistake, and make the perfect decision, because I've actually understood what's going on, and it says, congratulations, you did the puzzle, I feel like a surge of testosterone. And I'm just like, yeah, let's go. Like, let's really go out for the day. And it's just like, boom, first massive win. And it kind of props you up to feel quite confident in that you can really tackle anything. And then from another point of view, other daily wins can include the idea of a fitness win, which is to go for a run first thing in the morning, right? And that's kind of like what I like to do, or some type of exercise in the morning, riding to work, to just feel that tick, you've kind of got the blood pumping a bit, and you actually feel quite nice, and you feel energized to start something, right? So that's like your daily like fitness win, for example, like getting it done first thing in the morning, challenging yourself, and then knowing that you don't have to do it anymore, and you're set, right? That's kind of like the empowerment of that, and knowing that you did that. Because the thing is, by doing the bed, reading, doing the chess challenge, these make you feel more and more confident, powerful, driven, that you're going towards something, which then would make you think of, well, what else can I do to kind of build this momentum and have. This is basically how people have their morning routines, and how you develop a good morning routine. You start to identify what type of wins that you can do on a consistent basis, and what makes you sharpest for the day, ready to attack it, to conquer the mountain, by having these first initial wins. Now, in another vein, you can do something such as cooking. Cooking, I'm not saying first thing in the morning, but cooking every day, or cooking, or doing some meal prep to have yourself set for a couple of days, and thinking of, what food to cook and whatnot, is also a win in itself, because A, you're not having to spend money on food, or as much, say, takeout. You're getting something really healthy. You're fueling yourself for your next day's activities. You're fueling yourself based on the efforts you've already done in the day, to treat your body, or give your body the love it deserves, and energy and sustenance, to feel even more recovered, to have an even better sleep, for example, by really just optimizing that. And then also, I guess, challenging yourself with the food and cooking something, even meal prepping something you've done before, meal prepping something for the first time. If it tastes good, there's this sense of just overwhelming, just happiness that you did that, and that's your win to have. When often people might say, well, what's the point of cooking for yourself? Like, yeah, I can understand how people would say that, but they don't really understand the intimate feeling of kind of knowing that you did that for yourself, and that you really care, like, for yourself, and that you want to, like, look after yourself in the future, or have it so that you don't have to worry about your meals because you've, like, prepared a little bit ahead of time, right? That's how I see the idea of cooking, and leveling up your cooking skills is essential for every man in their life, right? And just the empowerment that you get from every time you cook, trying something new, trying things slightly differently, means that you've got more confidence. And it goes back to the beginning point of this video, and not knowing what you want to do. Having these things that you like doing in the morning helps to set you up and understand what you actually want to do as part of your lifestyle going forward for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and really build upon that to start to see a grander vision about how you can actually achieve that success, and how you can prime yourself first thing in the morning to tackle a difficult day at work, to nail that presentation, to apply for that job that you've always wanted, to study really hard. These wins really help you to leverage as best you can what you can do in that day, and feel really accomplished. Another win that you can do, and please note that pretty much all these wins are free and based on stuff that you can already do. So it's super awesome that you can just actually, create action on these steps now, would be to simply clean your room so it's a nice clean space. You feel like you've won the battle against dust and pathogens in the air, and you sleep better, and you just feel more energy. You feel more productive when doing work, knowing that your house is clean, or your area that you're in is clean. It's a really weird feeling, but it's just I don't know, you just seem to relax a bit more knowing that something's clean. It's really bizarre. But I guess that's the point, like that all these things might seem like little wins, slightly bigger wins. They might take more effort. They might take, a while to build that consistency. Having a cold shower first thing in the morning, I consider that a daily win. All these things will compound and make it feel like you've basically won the day. So you might have situations that come out of nowhere where it feels like a loss, but having all these daily wins first thing in the morning, or just really having that routine that works for you, helps to feel that the day can throw as many losses as it wants at you, but or wins from their perspective, but you've still won overall because of this control that you have over your life and the sense of direction that you've obtained through seeking out these daily wins, right? That is exactly how you go about conquering the mountain and conquering life, through actualizing and seeking out these daily wins. Again, making your bed, stripping your bed. Another thing I forgot to mention, physical activity first thing. Not only running, you can do push-ups. I like to do 100 push-ups first thing in the morning, right? These things will just really start to compound and make you feel full of energy. The chess puzzle, reading a bit, expanding your awareness, cooking, doing cleaning the house, cleaning a bit of your room, organizing your clothes. All these things just compound massively to make you feel like you've obtained a win. Ironing your clothes, ironing your pillow sheets. It's all there to help you conquer mountains and conquer life because of this newfound confidence that you've got. Thank you.